Yeah, we're doing a 2v2 tourney. Just a meme 2v2 tourney. So, is anybody else really alive that would like to join? Drosh is already on a team. Omega and Zeker, you guys want to play? Really won't take that long, Fall. If single limb won't take long. Okay, Zeker, Omega, what are your guys' team name gonna be? This will take 2 hours top with single limb. I don't think it'll take that long. The Autobots. Oh, here, Omega Leakers. There we go. Omega Leakers, there we go. I think Omega Leakers works, generate. All right. All right, so Shark Brothers and SnailOnOne. We got Shark Brothers, SnailOnOne for the first one. So who is that is the question. I have to double check. All right, so let me jump into here. This is a Scuffed Brute tourney, correct, Gorilla? Okay, so that's Elliewood and Toasty. Okay. So let me see here. So we do them one by one. Yeah, this shouldn't take long. That's 8. It's 8 matches. That's not really that bad. I thought it would be a lot longer, but if we're doing single limbs, it shouldn't be too bad. All right, this is the correct, right? So I'm gonna say tourney mode. Or no, it shouldn't be 4 matches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 total. It's not a big deal. Not a big deal. I think this is just fine. Just run with it. No, this is just single limb fluff. It can be anywhere from I realistically like 2 to 3 hours. I think this might take us like 1 to 2 to 3 hours. It depends on how long the games go. If they all go to 21, they can go long. But if they're all just gonna be short and steady, nah, not a big deal. All right, you guys ready? You guys can rotate around who's sending to who, I guess. I really don't know how you guys want to do it. This is not, again, a very official tournament, so. All right. Wow, the 2 that are actually in Discord first. What do winners get? Bragging rights, basically. I have no money to give, really, and nor do I really want to give away money. Don't really have a whole lot going on this. Seems like we are readied, so we're going to start it. So it is, let me just get this again. It is Shark Brothers with SnailOnOne. That's kind of it. Let's go. I got Typhon in here to at least do some color commentary in the chat to ping things. I don't necessarily dislike the idea of Falling Your Has of winners get paid a subscription to my channel by the losers. I actually think that's kind of a neat idea. You guys can or cannot go with this. This is going to be tournament mode only, Zeker. So tournament mode only, so you'll get a random third option. Random third option. So I think if I'm going to have to make an early game prediction, which I think is always fun, I think depending on how this goes, Shark Brothers should win this. We got Greed, 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 and then Greed. So Quad Greed makes a whole lot of sense to me here in this situation. We do not get any sharks on the Shark Brothers. That is a sad situation indeed. But looking at the builds, we got some, relatively speaking, I see a lot of options with every one of the roles here. Toasty Kitten has Zeus options. Actually quite a good Zeus option at that. We got some cats. some gargoyles, some crushers on Elliewood. Some people could go aqua. This is, I think, relatively speaking, some good option. So it's Shark Bros on the left. Right is SnailOnOne. Shark Bros on left, SnailOnOne to the right. Mauer, are you around to do a prediction here? So we're seeing a Green Devil start out of Elliewood. Seems to be a pretty common one he likes. So it's SnailOnOne on the right, Shark Bros on the left. If you could help me out with that, that'd be awesome. I wish I could do like custom team names. That's something I would love to do. Not sure who won last game. Not sure. West, I think. I think West won, yeah. So we got Green Devil and Gatling, as well as a Fire Ellie and a Zerker. I have not seen the Zerker release since. They did not SnailOnOne. The SnailOnOne boys did not SnailOnOne. This is a absolute travesty. Not going by their names already. No SnailOnOne. This is definitely a scam. It completely banned from the tournament now. They are SnailOnOne 2. They are SnailOnOne 2. So this was a big scamaz. So we'll see kind of what happens. These are 200 IQ plays for sure. Elliewood will leak really hard here with the double snail, and it looks like they are getting double snail. 666 and 666. This is some scamaz gameplay for sure. Let's see if the double snails are enough to leak. I do believe Elliewood will leak here. I'm not sure about Toasty Kitten. I think the double buzz is enough. But I think they will get some leaks out of Elliewood. For the sole reason that the snails are still alive. If he would have DT'd here, that would have been a guaranteed leak of at least 50-some% into the Green Devil, but not a big deal. No sends into DG Slayer and Voja. That being said, they are sitting in a pretty good spot in terms of their worker and builds, so I don't really see the need to worry. Oh, is he holding? Is this Green Devil holding? Wow. That is actually surprising. I would have assumed he would leak here quite a bit more than 8%. It seems that the Chain Fists now are good enough. Again, DT leaked him a lot more here. So I think he got by pretty well there. 6 worker now, which is a little scary to look at. If you are SnailOnOne, SnailOnOne is going to be in a little bit of a sticky situation going forward. We'll see kind of what they do here. It looks like this is going to be a consort. Realistically, DG Slayer, all he needs to do is build a second Aqua anywhere, and he holds no matter what. He also could just simply go another Windhawk or something. I don't like the placement of the Windhawk, but I like the Windhawk, period. Let's see here. So we do get a cat out of Toasty here. Yeah, again, I'm not sure about the Fire Elemental. It won't take aggro. Exactly, Typhon. So the real place to place the unit that you want to take partial aggro with the Fire Elemental is 2 down, two open spaces, and then place it like right here. So if it would have been right there, it would have held. It would hold a lot more consistently. You want your Fire Elemental, especially early game, to take some aggro. It gives it a lot of value. That being said, when you're about to get a Dino, it not taking aggro might not be the worst thing in the world. Again, Elliewood is 6 workers, so he's been able to kind of take over the game. That being said, if he would have went a single Aqua last wave, he could have went double Fire Elemental here, which would have easily held the Dino. I would love to see him full build though, get something in the split, like the Buckler, because I think he will lead to the Dino here. Ooh, see again, if he had Buckler there, the Buckler would have taken Dino away from the wave, the Fire Ellie for longer. Then he would have probably held more. That's just a blunder of not accurately moving the units out of the way. You always want to have a split. if you can with Fire Ellies, right? You can focus down things a little bit more consistently. That being said, his teammate is in a position to cover him here, so positives all around, I guess, in that situation. They do have some Mythium saved up. If they can get a big leak on Toasty and Ellie here on 5 or 6, it doesn't really mean that make that big of a difference. It is not great that he leaked this much. Again, I think if he added a split here, he probably kills all but the dino. But I digress. Not much you can really do. The end of the day, the consort should kill a majority of everything here. So seems to be the case. Full hold? Yeah, no matter what now, consort full hold. So that's actually really good for him, consort full holding. We are seeing a relatively speaking large send by Toasty, double brute. Double brute into our man here. Oh, he's okay. He is getting a split. He is getting a split here. There is a positive. Firely got a split. Double Windhawk. I think this is a little too far forward, the Radiant Halo. But we'll see what happens here. No, Halo was good spot. Halo was good placement. Halo did not take anything other than boss aggro, which is perfect. Is what you want in that situation. Sniping a brute early does help. I think he is still leaking quite a bit, but the brute snipe at least gives him something to kind of hold his head on. Fire Ellie is holding positive. Cannoneer not leaking. Both Toasty and Ellie holding here. That is a massive blunder of a send then. I mean, I think at the end of the day, it was all income, just trying to make sure they held themselves. And, you know, at the end of the day, Voja held pretty darn well. I would have actually anticipated more of a leak here. So the Shark Bros are actually getting first king damage, but it won't be that big of a deal. That was quite a long save for the double brute in that situation, so I don't dislike it. That being said, I do not like the Fiend here. I would have much rather seen, well, anything for that matter. I do think the double Fire Elemental is probably DG Slayer's best bet. Double Fire Ellie is a pretty solid option in these situations, for the sole reason that it gives him a lot more value on the next coming waves. We do see the double Fire Ellie come out. We do see a more buzz spam with the Honey Flower. So the reason why I really don't like the Fiend is that it just dies too quickly to the Gatling. I would have much rather seen just spam, right? Give him a bunch of snails. You're probably going to be better off in that situation just snail spamming. Elliewood does not look like he has a much damage for 8, as well as Toasty Kitten currently is set up pretty horribly for 8 as well. So I could see this being a pretty big leak on Shark Bros on 8 if DG Slayer and Voja can get there. And that's, I think, my question right now. I don't know if Voja is capable of holding 7, but to a no-send, they look okay. See here what happens. I think DG Slayer probably goes for a Violet here. Yeah, I think it makes the most sense. He's pretty good on 7 and 8 now with double Fire Ellies, or double Aquas, excuse me. I don't see the need for him to panic and do too much here. I would love to see a Wild Shroom out of Voja. I think that should be a half square higher, though. You don't want to build in a straight line, as we've talked about. I don't dislike another consort. Consorts, I think, are really strong. People just underrate them. The problem I have, though, is right now, I think you're getting too much aggro onto the Radiant Halo if we get a send. Typhon coming up with the meme idea of if he gets a mole on 8. Yes, I know, mole on 8, crazy. DG Slayer is very viable to leak to a mole on 8 for sure. That being said, I mean, he should be in a relatively good position. They're not going to have enough Mythium to mole and hermit him, so it's going to be spam by Toasty and a pack leader coming into DG here. Pack leader, I don't know if that's really the play. I'd rather much see a mole and a hermit. Not a mole hermit, mole and a lizard at that point. Double Fire Ellie should, technically speaking, kind of burrow down the whole wave pretty well. Is he going to add anything? Is the question. We just have the pack leader so far. I think Toasty Kitten, Mole, and After Income Hermit was possible. I think so. Yes, it would have been possible. Very, very close, but possible. And I think the big problem right now is the Gatling is so far away. It just doesn't really benefit him. Oh, we're actually running an impromptu tournament right now, Gino. Ooh, let's see here. It's close. I think he's going to kill all but the... No? Okay. That actually was very unfortunate. Very unfortunate for him. I thought that would have held better. That being said, Voja got the right send, realistically. Mass snails into single target damage, right? In the Radiant Halo. Elliewood and Toasty Kitten are leaking, but minor. So that might kind of, I don't want to say put the nail in the coffin, but this damage here is going to be really, really rough. It's a Fiesta leak. Not the Fiesta potatoes we would have liked on today's wave, but Fiesta leak nonetheless. Want to buy Fiesta? And the question is, DG Slayer, what the heck are you doing on 10? In this situation, I think DG Slayer is just kind of SOL on 10. This is where I think maybe the second Fire Elemental wasn't the play. I do know Voja should cover him on 10, theoretically, with what he's got, but I just don't think the second Fire Ellie was the play. In that situation, you'd probably have been better off doing something else. But it's a tough call. It's a tough call. He just doesn't have any tanks, right? Kind of becomes a little difficult for DG Slayer if you don't have any tanks. I don't like how far back this Gatling gun is. The Mole coming in by Elliewood. Shark Boys, I think, have a potential to actually to end game here on 10. Forgot to sell buzzes. Yeah, that would be my guess, Typhon, is he forgot to sell the buzzes, though it just doesn't seem like that has been a priority for him. I think that in general, the Gatling is just too far back. I think the Gatling's just too far back in general, and it's just not great. Yeah, Saya, there's no delay. It's just an impromptu tournament for $0. It's just kind of it's a viewer tourney. I just thought we'd try to do something fun. So he does get the Vulcan here. We are seeing the income sends of DG and Voja. I think they're just feeling kind of out of this game, and I don't really blame them. I don't really love the Lord of Death here. I really think that he should prepare for 10, especially when his teammate's so bad. They're both preparing for 11. I don't think this is the play. I think this is a pretty big blunder. And at the end of the day, like, his Radiant Halo is not looking good. Not looking good at all. It very well could get sniped here soon. This just doesn't look good at all. The Vulcan coming in, I think that was their ping for it. I think this might be it for our SnailOnOne boys. Big leaks out of both of them. No king. King ups. They're losing out on a lot of gold here. Elliewood, Toasty Kitten, very far in the lead. Very far in the lead. I don't see this going any other way than Shark Boys. They just die 12. I think so. I think so. Typhon. I think they Giant Snail or PTA, and they could even resend here if this isn't the game. Oh my goodness, this King survives with 15 health. My. DG Slayer taking allowance. I think that's the play. I think you have to just take allowance and hope. Praise you don't lose here. He did push a worker. I don't dislike the worker push here, but I think you're kind of in a bad position to be worker pushing. Radiant Halo upgraded to an Arc of Justice. I don't dislike the play. 1% comeback, boys. It is possible. They could theoretically do it. Is it likely? Very, very rough, but I think it is possible. The problem I have right now is they realistically want to send 13. I don't think they survive to 13. I don't think they survived to 13. I have been focusing pretty heavily on SnailOnOne, excuse me, but I think that's kind of the ones to look at. There hasn't been much interesting things going on the west side, right? Shark Boys have been getting no sends that are really worth looking at. I don't think they're going to be able to survive the double pack leader. They don't have any tanks, really, and they're just lacking. Yeah, the Vulcan died, but does it really matter? Typhon, he has so much value. Doesn't really matter. I think DJ Slayer and Voja have to kind of go for the risk a little bit here and go for the 13. They did both take allowance, so what's their value looking like? You know, DJ Slayer's not terrible here in terms of his value. He's actually on value in a pretty good way. The problem I have is I just don't see them surviving. Mostly because Voja's just really behind here. 220 gold down just is too much. I will check the tourney bracket here in a second following it. We are getting actually a, relatively speaking, decent split out of Voja. Like, I actually don't dislike his build in terms of like how he has the positioning of the Arc of Justice on some of these waves, etc. But I just don't think they have enough value to hold here. DJ Slayer is holding, but isn't enough to hold for his teammate. And I just think that's the problem. I don't think it is. Voja leaked much too hard. I don't think Double Fire Alien and Elite Trinity Archer can hold this all, especially with King being at 1%. They can't have anything leak through, right? That is game. GG, well played. I think DG Slayer Voja did a valiant effort. I think they just kind of got a little bit outscaled there. Not a whole lot you can do sometimes. Shark Boys moving on to the semis now, I guess it would be. Toasty getting the MVP. Doing a pretty darn good job there. All right, so let me go back up to the bracket here. Edit this bracket. Oh wait, no. Ah! Go back. Oh, I have to sign up to run the tourney. That's dumb. Hold on, guys. Let's just sign up with Discord. All right. Save and continue. Hold on, guys. It's being a pain in the butt. Thank you for the follow, Elliewood. Appreciate it. So before following? Yeah. Save and continue. How can I just select a winner? Why won't this work? I don't know how to just edit this bracket. No, I don't want to edit it. How do I just select who won? Why is this gotta be so difficult? Just pen and paper the bracket. Yeah. I guess I have to. This is dumb. Because when I run this tourney, it like brings up this, and I'm like, I don't want to. Elimination. We started it yesterday, I guess. I could put even 3:30 yesterday. Save and continue. Advanced options? Is it under advanced options? No. Huh. No. I'm just going to screenshot it. There we go. Professional stream. All right. All right. Oh, can I copy paste Shark Brothers? Is that a thing on Paint? Oh, I can. I can. Okay. Holy shit. I never used Paint growing up. All right, so screw that. Let's go back to Paint, the official partner of Legion streams everywhere. All right, so it's Hollow Llamas and Omega Leakers next, if we want to go like this. All right, so I'm going to get a bigger brush, though. There, they died. Ta-da! All right.